As it dawns on the president that his frivolous election lawsuits are failing in court, he's now waging a last-ditch effort to stop the vote count in certain states from becoming certified, but he's quickly running out of time. Georgia certified its results yesterday after a hand recount, awarding its 16 electoral college votes to President-elect Joe Biden, as expected. Trump is now narrowing in on Michigan, which will certify its results in the coming days. Now, he's tried to cozy up to two leading Republican state legislators from Michigan ahead of that certification, but that seemingly backfired. After meeting with Trump at the White House yesterday, the Michigan legislators say they see no reason to overturn Biden's projected win. The president-elect received most of his support in that state from urban areas like Detroit's Wayne County, Democratic areas that have large minority communities, and unsurprisingly, those are the same places where Trump's legal team is refuting the results. Rudy Giuliani said this week, quote, "It changes the result of the election in Michigan if you take out Wayne County." Well, of course it does. Wayne County is the most populous in the state. It's heavily Democratic. Also happens to be a lot of black voters there who broke heavily for Biden. I think it's quite clear what Giuliani and the person he represents are trying to say with this fight. It's a little bit too loud to be called a dog whistle. I want to talk about this some more. I'm joined now by Michigan's Lieutenant Governor Garlin Gilcrist, a Wayne County native, by the way, from the city of Detroit, and Roland Martin, host and managing editor of Roland Martin Unfiltered. Good morning to both of you, gentlemen. Good to see you.
Good morning.
Lieutenant Governor, you are a man who does speak your mind, so I'm not really worried about this, but I'm going to kick it off with Roland in case he wants to say something that a man of your august office cannot say with respect to the kinds of places that the Trump administration is targeting the results. I mean, Roland, Atlanta, Philadelphia, Milwaukee, Detroit. There's something going on here. I don't see them challenging the results in rural North Carolina, where Republicans cleanly won.
No, they are not. It is a vicious assault on black voters across this country. And then trying to mask this thing by simply saying, oh, no. These are Democratic strongholds. Yeah, but there are a lot of white Democratic strongholds, but you're not seeing this. This shows the gross disrespect of the Republican Party. This is why I condemn them when it comes to voter suppression. They have consistently wanted to attack black voters. And do you know who I'm equally offended by? All of these black Republicans who are silent, who are watching this. And yeah, it should be a roll call. Herschel Walker, Representative Vernon Jones, Bruce Lavelle, Angie Stanton, Alveda King, Jack Brewer, Senator Tim Scott, Burgess Owens, Daniel Cameron, all of y'all spoke at that convention, all of y'all out there talking about blacks for Trump, and you're seeing what is happening here. This is why they should lose in Georgia. I hope black folks turn out like they did for Nelson Mandela in South Africa and elect Warnock and Ossoff, because we need a massive new voter law that restores the Voting Rights Act, and then to show these Republicans who want to continue to attack black people that you're going to pay a price for this, and shame on Trump and any Republican who is silent about what he is doing.
Roland, you get the Venmo prize for mentioning Nelson Mandela only half an hour into the show. Lieutenant Governor, you and I have developed an unlikely friendship. I was in Michigan, and you joined me for my show, and you and I were on together the night that these canvassers in the city of Detroit and Wayne County first voted not to certify the election, then voted to certify the election. And since then, I have been hearing from people whose level of alarm about the outcome of this election has raised, because they are saying, if there's anything to this, if Donald Trump can influence legislators in Michigan to fiddle with this election, then anything is fair game. Then Pennsylvania becomes fair game. Where do you stand on this? What do you think is happening, and what do you think is going to happen?
Well, what's happening is very clear. And to Roland's point, they were very specific in saying the Wayne County Board of Canvassers, when they tried to pull their shenanigans, the Republicans at least, they said that they were willing to certify every part of Wayne County except Detroit, because Detroit is where all the black voters are. But they were willing to certify cities like Livonia that have a number one majority of white voters. And so this is a clear strategy, as Roland indicated. And the truth, though, is that the legislators, they do not have a role to play in this process. So despite the little field trip that the Michigan Republicans took to get an Oval Office tour yesterday, there is nothing for them to do. The election is over. Donald Trump lost by a margin 15 times greater than he won in 2016. Joe Biden will be the next president. I expect the state board of canvassers to do their job on Monday to certify the same election results that all 83 counties in Michigan have certified, and then we will seat Joe Biden electors and move on for him to be the next president.
Allie, this
Roland
is
Martin,
even more
yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead, Roland.
What is even more nefarious is when you see all these Republicans touting, oh, look at the increase in Black and Latino support for Donald Trump, and oh, it's the policies. They have never wanted to compete for our votes. What they want to do is disenfranchise us. This man stood up in 2016 and thanked Black people for not voting. He thanked them for not going to the polls. And that was always the game. It was always to suppress the vote. And that's why I'm glad to see folks turn out. And I'm telling you right now, if any Republican who continues to remain silent, we will remember every single one of you. And when it comes to 2022, and when it comes to 24, you are going to pay a price, because Black people and others are not going to remain silent when we see what is going on. The Republicans of 2020 are no different than the Southern Dixiecrats in the 50s and 60s who disenfranchised Black people all across the South. There is no difference.
And Lieutenant Governor, that's an interesting point, because what you saw was remarkable African-American turnout in this election. To see, whether it's in Pittsburgh or Philadelphia or Wisconsin or Atlanta or Wayne County, Detroit, to see the efforts that people are going to, saying the quiet part out loud, like Rudy Giuliani did, that, well, if you just don't count those ballots, or if you took Wayne County out of Michigan, Trump would have won. That's got to empower African-American voters and minority voters more to say, we actually did come out and vote. We actually did have a remarkable impact on the outcome, and still they tried to do this.
We won this election, and what you have seen is that Black Detroit voters, like me, like my wife, we spoke with a strong voice. We helped to deliver the state of Michigan, deliver the state of Pennsylvania, deliver the state of Georgia, deliver the state of Wisconsin. When we vote, we win. And that is the message that I'm taking away from 2020, and that I expect not only Black voters, but the entire Democratic coalition. When we turn out people, despite increased Republicans turnout, we got more people to vote, and that is why we won. And so we will continue to focus on mobilizing voters from every community, of every background. It's going to be the key to the victories we're going to win in Georgia, and the key to the victories that we are going to win going forward.
Lieutenant Governor Garlin Gilcrist is Lieutenant Governor of Michigan. Thank you, sir, for joining us. Roland, as always, my friend, thank you for being with us. Roland is the host of Roland Martin Unfiltered.